Hi, my name is Don Meredith. I'm the Director of Design and Engineering for Perception and Wilderness Systems. Today I'll be talking to you about installing your crank arms onto either your Pilot pedal drive or your helix from Wilderness Systems pedal drive. You'll need your pedal drive, obviously. You should in your kit have two crank arms, a pair of crank bolts, and a pair of pedals. You'll need for installation an 8mm hex wrench. I recommend a nice long one to get torque and really pull the crank arms down tight, and then also a 15mm box end wrench for installing the pedals. So the first step is selecting the right crank arm and pedal for each side. If you orient the pedal drive like you would be in the kayak with the prop facing you, this is the left side and the right side, left and right. And so you'll want to install the cranks and pedals accordingly. The cranks are marked on the inside of the tip of each arm. So the right pedal is marked R for right. So you'll put that on the right side, align your prop so that it's vertical with the crank arm up. Place the crank arm on the square drive, load your crank bolt, and then use your hex wrench to tighten it down. You're pulling the crank arm down on a tapered square drive, so you're really just wedging that crank arm on. So you want to get that good and tight to pull the crank arm down on there so it doesn't come loose during use. Same thing on the other side. Make sure that you load the crank arms so that they're opposite of each other, just like on a bicycle, obviously. Same thing. Tighten down your crank bolt with your 8mm hex wrench. Again, you want to get this good and tight so it doesn't come loose or come off during use. So now you have your crank arms installed. The next thing you want to do is put the pedals on. We've marked those for convenience, right and left. So obviously the right pedal goes on the right side. Just tighten that one down. And then you'll want to snug it with your 15mm box end wrench. Doesn't need to be super tight because the pedaling action actually pushes the shaft in the tightening direction. That's why on the left-hand side, where we are now, the threads are opposite. So instead of righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, it's lefty-tighty, righty-loosey, if you will. That's to make sure that when you're pedaling, the pedal doesn't back itself out of the crank arm. So just remember, especially if you're taking it apart, this is the same on a bicycle or on this system, that on the left-hand side, remember that you have reverse threads. So you want to go right for loose and left for tight, which is what we just did. So again, first step was to make sure that you get the right crank arm, the proper crank arm on each side, so the one marked right on the right-hand side along with the right-hand pedal, and then left on the left-hand side, not forgetting that on the pedal threading, it's reverse threaded for the left-hand side. If you have any further questions, please contact our customer service and have a great day.